I'm Eileen Roach, founder of Designs Be Embroidered, and I am so excited about today's episode of Between Friends. I have a special guest joining me, Patricia Gates from Purely Gates, which is the Mylar company, right? Oh, those embroidery designs just sparkle and shine. Patricia was here with me last year, and boy, we had a blast. We spent over an hour going through her fabulous samples, talking about her technique, and we're going to do pretty much the same thing today. So I hope you'll tell us where you are viewing from so that we can connect to you. I know many of you have met Patricia Gates through the years at different trade shows that she's done. So I'm sure you have questions for her, and I know many of you are fans and have stitched out her designs. So without further ado, why don't we bring in Patricia?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Oh, Patricia, it is so great to have you here.
We've been looking forward to this for so long. We had such a great time last time that, yeah. We are so ready.
Look what you've done to your space. You have all those beautiful samples. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
We've had a lot of time to create more.
Right.
So yeah, we've got a lot of fun stuff, a lot of ideas, things that we've been looking forward to doing. So yeah, I mean, we're ready. We're ready.
Yeah. So during this past year, you have not been able to travel just like the rest of us. And you have been working on new collections, I imagine, right?
We have. And the quantity gets bigger. The number of samples I do get bigger. It's odd to have so much, we'll call it free time. But yeah, I mean, we're almost getting used to it.
We are getting used to it. And, it's been a very prolific time for many people like yourself, because you don't have the distraction of traveling. As great as it is to see, fellow passionate embroiderers, time at home to design and create is very precious, right?
It is. And we do travel a lot, and we'll be starting up again in June. But it was just great because you can't be creative on a dime, Yeah. No pun intended, right? Sorry. But yeah, it's been great. We've played with a lot of different things. So it's great. It's really cool. I'm reading.
Cindy
with the Daytona show. We can't wait to get back to Daytona.
Right. She has 19 of your design packs.
Oh, thank you.
I know. Isn't that wonderful?
Well, we've got more that you don't have yet. So
right. And here, Becky Berlin, she's eager to do some Mylar. This would be her first try. She's never done it. So, well, you're in the right place because Becky, you're going to learn from the pro, the Mylar pro, and she's got some great techniques to share with you.
Yeah, you're going to see today how easy it is. Nothing to be afraid of.
Right. And you spell it out so well in your instructions. And I know we're going to get to that. But before we get to that, you're going to show us your slideshow, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So why don't we just go ahead and start with that? And then we'll come back and chat. And please type in your questions because, we're happy to answer your questions.
Well, as much as we'd like to think everybody knows who we are, I know people don't. So I'm going to go through a little background and a little information, and then we'll get to some fun things. But we are Purely Gates Embroidery. If you call us Pearly Gates, that's fine. We go by anything. You see the little halo in our logo. But we've been in business for 15 years. Like Eileen said, we are known for Mylar embroidery. Now, we got the trademark for Mylar embroidery because we felt like it distinguished our designs, and it provides the association of Mylar embroidery with Purely Gates. Now, our designs sparkle without using any metallic thread. What this means is you can use all your regular machine embroidery threads and get the sparkle of metallic thread without the hassle and all that other stuff. And even if you want to use metallic threads, they don't always come in a big array of colors. So this allows you to use, all the threads that you have and all the colors that you have. So like Eileen suggested or told you, excuse me, we do travel a lot. And if you see the van right there, we call it a booth in a box, so to speak. We get everything loaded up in there, and we've traveled all over the country. So we really have a great time Doing the shows enables us, number one, to get feedback. Number two, to visit with, like you said, the like-minded enthusiasts. We all love our machine embroidery. And I love seeing what the ladies have done, because they'll show up, and gentlemen, they'll show up at the booth, wearing something of our design. So
exciting to see.
I love doing that.
Yeah, it's so exciting to see how people interpret your work and put their own flair on it.
The different colors as well. Exactly. Yeah. And of course, you see my husband in the middle there. So he and I travel around with Bunny. She's our little companion. If you've seen us in the booth, then you've seen Bunny, because she's at every show. She's at every show.
Yeah, but Tom does more than drive the van, right?
Oh, yes. Literally and figuratively, a lot of the heavy lifting. Okay. So he draws most of the designs that you see. I draw some of them. Mm-hmm. He does all the social media. He does all the packaging. He was in advertising for over 30 years.
Wow.
All of the, IT, and the heavy lifting when we load in and load out of these shows. So
absolutely.
Yeah, we really enjoy doing it. It's, and get some of his artistic out there, as well as his computer skills, which he loves doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's worked out wonderfully, and we've seen some wonderful parts of the country, and talked to so many people.
And to do it together, it's a gift, right? We marry our favorite person, but we don't always get to spend that much time with them. Yeah,
really lucked out. We started traveling after our youngest was old enough to stay home alone. So.
And that
she was pretty old, so
30, I guess, right? Here she was 30.
No, when she was 20, and so now she takes care of the house and everything. So
that's great.
We've had a great time. We can't wait to get back on the road. It's going to be hard getting back in the groove of it. We're probably going to forget a few things,
right?
On the first few trips, but in June we're going to be in Oklahoma City.
Oh,
Dallas. We'll be in your neck of the woods in August. Phoenix in October, September, and of course Houston. And we'll be hitting the West Coast in January.
Oh, someone said, actually, our friend Judy, who is Judy Warren, she says, "Aloha from Hawaii. Fly on over."
Oh my God! If we can stay at your house, we'll be there in a heartbeat.
Right. Absolutely.
We'll come when all the quarantine stuff is over, when we don't have to quarantine for a week before we get to enjoy the tropical.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The hardest part about going back is refraining from hugging.
Yes.
Because if you've been in our booth, we we see a lot of the same people. We all hug. So that's going to be so hard. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we move on, Yvonne King wants to know, where in Oklahoma City will you be next month?
It's a fairgrounds. Oklahoma City Fairgrounds, I think.
Okay. And what's the name of the show?
It's Rusty Barn.
Rusty Barn.
Craftsew.com.
Great.
Quilt Craft Sew. Yeah. Love to see you there.
Yeah. And Beth Conley said Phoenix in the fall. Where in Phoenix?
Phoenix it's actually going to be in, oh my gosh. Where is it, Tom?
Whoops.
It's in
Put you on the spot. Okay, well, we'll look that up.
My mind just went blank. Okay.
Yeah, I get it. Patricia has a lot to do in the next hour, so this was not on her radar.
It's on the website.
Oh, it's on the website. I've been told anything that we have booked and dates and everything, and anything that's finalized is on the website. So that
great. And here we're running that ticker at the bottom, so you can catch her website and go check that out. But Margaret Starr wants you to come to Parkland, Florida, and it would be free to you and fresh eggs from her chickens every morning. So that sounds
we'll work for invitations. Yes.
Yeah. And then our friend Isabel Shoplin says that she wants you and I to push your van to France. That would be a trip, right?
Well, I recognize Isabella's name from Facebook. We do have a store in France that sells our collections.
Great.
So it's in
Wonderful.
Nancy, France, CTR in Nancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, Isabel Shoplin is the owner of Creatrice's Embroidery, which is the dime distributor over in Europe. So
yes, and I've met her as well, I believe.
yes, I think you
that's
have.
true.
So
Yeah. If I haven't,
anyway.
but I think I have.
Yeah. Oh, and well, Margaret just wants you to know she's not kidding. So anyway, how do you like your eggs? Okay,
Yeah,
come on, we have work to do here.
Yeah, I like them on French toast. So
Yeah,
scrambled.
there you go.
Okay, all right. Well, let's get to some. When you go to our website, you're going to see that you have the ability to get our designs either on CD or as a download. So if you don't want to store all these puppies, you can get it as a digital download. And don't worry if something crashes, you can always re-pick those up from us. We have a purchase history on there where you can go back and re-download your designs. But we also sell the Mylar sheets, and we're going to go through the importance of our Mylar sheets. We sell, now this is going to be a godsend to most people that have done my designs, especially the ones with all the words. We're doing a lot of designs with words. These tweezers, absolutely time saver. This will help you pick out the Mylar in between the letters. And I get emails on that. These are fabulous. And I wish I'd had them back in the day. Yeah.
Well, back in the day, you probably didn't need them because your eyes were better. Because I know now,
Yeah.
I need all that fine-tuned tools.
15 years, yes. Age takes its toll. Another product we have on our website is our Pure Shape. Now, we don't do any freestanding embroidery, but we do dimensional embroidery. So this allows you to take any of your designs and make them dimensional. And we have a whole video on how to use this. And actually, it's also going to show you how to make it a two-sided embroidery, like we've done with our Mega 3D butterflies, if you've seen that collection. And last but certainly not least, we have the Exquisite line of threads. Okay, we package it. We sell it in spools, per the spool, and in collections. And I have a basic 1, 2, and 3. Those are the colors that I like to use, the ones you're going to find most in my collections. But we also have a holiday, a spring, a fall, and we'll probably come up with some more of those. But this is a great money saver because you're getting more for less. Okay, so you can see those on our website as well. But you're going to see videos. The video tutorials I get very detailed in. We hope to do more. You'd have thought we'd have done them while we were home, but we were getting excited about collections. But there's a lot of good information. It's like I'm sitting right next to you, helping you through your project. So check out the video tutorials because it also talks about the stabilizers I like to use. All right, the Mylar. Now, you'll notice I only showed you one Mylar. There's only one color that we recommend and use, actually. It will pick up whatever thread color is stitched over it. So there's no need to have different colors. There's nothing worse than being embroidering at 11 o'clock at night and go, oh, I've run out of green. The stores are closed. No, this is the only color that you need. These are 18 by 30 sheets, and there's 3 in a package. And one sheet will do most designs in a collection, and you'll be amazed how far it goes. Those who have used this will know how far it goes. You save whatever you tear away. Now, in our designs, only portions of each design were created to allow that Mylar to show through. So it's meant to be an accent to the design. Like I said before, it's not a scream of shine. It adds depth and dimension to your design. So you can see some of those in the pictures there below. It's a touch of Mylar. It's enough to catch the light. And if you like sparkle, you're going to like Mylar embroidery.
Yvonne King wants to know if the designs, the downloadable designs, are they accessible for a time if you lose the design?
Yes, we have a portion on our website called My Purchase History. Okay, and you can click on that and you can re-access. When you first purchase a design, you do have to use the link that's in the email that we send you. That keeps track of your computer. So it's just a security thing. And then
Sure.
after that point, you can go into my purchase history and download as many times as you want to.
Oh, that's really quite
Yeah.
handy.
And if for some reason you have any trouble, email us and we'll send you a link immediately. You'll be amazed. We're just right there. Even when we're on the road, we check our email a lot. I don't want anybody to be frustrated. I know when you're in the middle of a project, you want your answer now, right? You don't want it 2 weeks from now. You don't want it tomorrow night.
Right.
You want it then. So we do try to answer you as quickly as we can. So.
Yeah. Well, Tracy Sayre, she wants to know, is there a coupon for Pearly Gates today? And I just want to tell her it's coming up at the end of the program. You have to stay tuned, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. Y'all know the routine.
Yeah.
We're going to reward you for listening to us.
Absolutely. But my friend Retha Ranke in Wyoming says she doesn't have chickens or fresh eggs, but they're really nice in Wyoming. And we have the Tetons.
The Tetons.
So, yeah. Worth the drive.
Right. We've been through, I think we've driven through, there's not many states we haven't at least driven through. So we hope to add some more in there and see a lot of sites, because it really has been, it's been a lot of fun.
Just beautiful. So, Nancy Greer, she has a question. How does Mylar hold up to washing? Is there any special handling that you have to do?
As long as you're using our Mylar. And that's why we started carrying our own Mylar probably 10, 12 years ago, because our Mylar is very well tested. We guarantee that when you use our Mylar with our designs, whatever you embroider the design on can be washed, dried, and ironed. Unlimited times. I've got shirts I need to throw away because the shirt's pilling or has a stain on it, but the embroidery is still beautiful. Do not be afraid of laundering. It's great on baby quilts. Finally got to do that last time we talked. The grandbaby was coming. Still haven't met her. Hopefully by Christmas. But she'll be one next month. Don't worry about the Mylar. You're going to treat these like regular machine embroidery designs. Okay. Yeah. So however you launder items that you've embroidered, continue to treat them that way. Yeah. And when I say iron, there's times when I'll iron over the top. What's going to happen when you're using polyester thread, if you lay that iron on there too long, your thread's going to melt way before it does anything to that Mylar. Okay. So don't let the fact that it's a Mylar embroidery design stop you from doing anything you would normally do. Yeah.
But that's really the reason why you should purchase Mylar, embroidery Mylar, like from a company Pearly Gates. Because if you get Mylar, the type of Mylar that's used in balloons, that's a film, and it separates from the substrate, and when you wash that, it's a hot mess. So that's why it's worth.
That's a learning opportunity.
Yeah, it's
not a good one.
Yeah, definitely. And then Kitty Robinson wants to know: do you have a recommended needle size or type for Mylar?
Nope.
No,
just because the design. Fabric. Right. Just because it's a Mylar embroidery design, you're not going to stabilize any differently. You're not going to use a special needle. I mean, that's why it's just so easy. It's just so easy.
Yeah, it is so easy for sure. It's beautiful.
All right. We're going to go through again for those who don't know who we are. I want to go through and show you about a dozen collections so you can get an idea of the types and style of designs that we sell. And we're going to flip through those. These are the designs that we had up all the way through August of last year. So let's do that. So, and these are top sellers. We have more than that, but we didn't want to take too much time here. And if y'all have stitched any of these, give us a shout out and let us know what you've put it on and if you've enjoyed it, that kind of thing. But we have Mylar Floral Monogram. That's huge for us. People are loving that. That is our uppercase. You're getting, cheat sheet. You're getting 26 8x8 designs and 14 small flowers. And I have this on my jacket. The jacket, here's your small florals. I like to give something small along with the big lettering. Here, I'm going to show you the back of my jacket here real quick.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So it gives you something coordinating with the designs that you're stitching. But also, like you see on the larger slide, it's we've done the word quilt, we've done the word Texas, so that's fun. And it is only in 8x8. You're going to see there's a lot of detail in these, so they didn't do well smaller. You'll see what we've added to that later in the slide presentation. Campers has been really big for us. There are 90 some odd designs in this, and what it is you get all the elements separately, and you can create your own camping scene. And then we have created 15 scenes if you like what we did. So those are added onto the CD as well. You're also getting a quilting motif with this one. We do a lot of quilting motifs with the designs that you can either use with the behind the design or in alternating blocks. The next one is our Mylar Teacups. I think there's 53 in that one. You're getting your stacked cups, you're getting coffee cups, and then you're getting a bunch of single cups. That's a lot of fun. And I don't know if you can notice in there, but there are 4 seasons in there. There's one for fall, one for Christmas, one for spring, and one for summer. And then there's some others in there. So those would be great tea towels, that kind of thing. Then we have our ever popular, our Mylar Chalkboard Art. That's actually what we have put on our travel van. These come in 8x12 and 5x7. We try not to leave anybody out. If you don't have the larger hoops, the 5x7s are very common. So we always try to at least put that size on there. If we don't, there's a reason. But the chalkboard art was fun because without the Mylar, it really looked like chalkboard art on, black background. In this particular, this is the only collection we've ever given it to you in both styles. They are digitized differently. So if you do want to do the ones without the Mylar, be sure and choose. They'll say no Mylar on there. So that's a fun collection. We have the ladies that show up to the booth. Maybe they're in a guild or they're just really good embroidery friends, and everyone will show up and they'll have a different one on each shirt. So that's always fun to see. Oh, great. She was saying she embroidered the embroidery coffee chocolate. Right. Mine actually should be embroidery ice cream and chocolate.
Oh,
I'm not a coffee drinker, but yeah. Okay, our Mylar Swirly Ballerinas. You're getting all of these cute little ladies in, there's actually 10 designs. You're getting them in, actually there's more than that, but you're getting 10 of the ballerinas in 5x7 and 4x4, and then you're getting all the little accessory designs, and you're getting crowns and ballet shoes and that kind of thing. So that's really fun. And they don't all have to be blonde and blue-eyed. When you go to our site, you're going to see the other samples I've done with this. In the 4x4, I've done different hair and skin tones. So that's a lot of fun. Our Mylar Femme Fatale is our little shoe shop there. You're getting the designs in 5x7 and in 4x4, and there's also some little French words that go with that collection. We have our Mylar Chefs. This is a huge collection. There's 60 designs in this one. You get all the chefs separately. You get them with their phrasing, with their sayings, and then you get them the phrases by themselves in 2 sizes. And then you're getting the Bon Appetit. The quilting motif behind the designs themselves, and there's a border quilting motif. I don't know if you can see it, maybe too small, but it's the knife, fork, and spoon that's hanging down along the border on that one. And then right after that, because ladies can be chefs too, we have Mylar Chefs 2. Every lady in this one is different. All the sayings are different from Mylar Chefs, with the exception of 2. 2 of the sayings are the same. And then you get the in all in good taste instead of the Bon Appetit. So again, you get the ladies actually in 2 sizes. You get the sayings in 2 sizes, and you get the combo of the lady and their saying. So that's a fun collection. We have some really great samples on our website. We've got a casserole carrier. We've got wine bottle covers. There's just so many things you can do with those collections.
Yeah, it sounds like the chefs are really popular.
Put it on our
Yeah, lots of different. But I have to share this one comment with you. Ginger says that she did the Mylar boots and quilt. It came out gorgeous. So many people have offered to purchase it, and she won't sell it for anything in the world. And she says you have fantastic digitizing. How lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, it's a rare skill, digitizing, and to do it well is really rare, and it's a gift. So good job.
That's actually my favorite part of the whole thing, because it's a puzzle. It's getting from A to Z with as few color changes and jump stitches as possible, and just make it as I like the logic Oh,
Do you?
I like the logic. Yeah, I do.
That's great.
It's like a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for speaking up, because I always like to, hear that people are actually using them, because we do hear a lot of people's like, I have so many of your designs, I haven't stitched them yet because I'm afraid to. It's like, don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't be afraid. Jump in.
Don't be
It's
afraid.
fabric and thread. Well, and Mylar. So, but it's not muscle and bone. Don't be afraid to do it. We're not doctors and nurses, right?
Yeah. It's enjoyable. Our Mylar Snowmen too, this is one of our really, this one always is a great top seller for us. The best examples to show off Mylar is snow, ice, glassware. If you're doing embroidery designs that are those items, it's just like, it looks like I've got some popsicles that are super shiny. So that's really cool. So Snowmen 2, you're getting all the designs in 5x7, 4x4, and you're getting all the little critters separately. So if you wanted to do a snow scene with those, you can do that. Excuse me. Our Santa and his elves. This is a fun one. I've also done a tree skirt with this collection. In addition to the 10 5x7s that you see the little scenes there, you get all the elves separately. And I put those on a tree skirt, and the Santa comes in different sizes. All right, thank you. The snowman quilt. And oh, cool. Okay, she's done the tree skirt as well. This one comes with 12 different Christmas themed quilting motifs, or you can use them as red work. And each of those 12 come in 5 or 6 different sizes. So there's a lot of coordinating items that come with the Santa and his elves. Curly elephants. This has just been a blowout for us. It's just crazy. The baby quilt for this is the elephants by themselves. And when people come in the booth and they go, well, I want that elephant one. I can't find the CD for it. Well, the reason is when they're looking for the CD, they're looking for the little baby elephants, which is on the CD, but it has an image from one of those upper elephants, 5x7. But this is a great thing. It's funny when you create something for a baby quilt and this child is growing up with it, they tend to like either that color or that animal. So the great thing about the elephants is you can do them a baby quilt and the elephant. And then when they get a little bit older, you do one of the other ones. So they can kind of grow up with the collection, so to speak. I don't know if that sounds weird, but that was my thought on that one.
Absolutely. Well, it's important to think about, where it's going after that moment that you gift it, right? You want to think about the whole life of
one of my obstacles is practicality. It's got to have a practical in use. So sometimes that stops me on certain things, like, well, what are they going to do with it, kind of thing. So we try to give ideas on that, and sometimes it's like, just do it. Okay. We have the last one on that slide is our Mylar Western Christmas. Being in Texas, like Eileen, I don't know, we have 9 of them now. We have 9 separate Texas collections. We do a new one every year because we do Houston, and it was just getting crazy. We even had people from other states buying the Texas collections because, of course, people move. But we even had them in France. They wanted them in France. But we started to try to make the Westerns so that they are good in Wyoming and Montana and Colorado, kind of thing. So this is kind of one of those. It's Western Christmas, but it's got a lot of really cute designs in it that don't scream Western.
Right.
Okay.
It's so timeless. I love that collection. I've seen it in your booth, and it is eye-catching. Really.
Well, thank
stunning.
you. Well, you also get, there's 3 4x4 designs, which you can actually make ornaments. Western ornaments using the Pure Shape.
Nice.
So that's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of possibilities with it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Donna Catalino wants to know if you have a collection with sewing machines.
Yes, I do. It's called Mylar Vintage Sewing.
Cool.
And it's all sewing machines.
Nice.
And so check that one out. That's one of our themes of collections. Okay, we're ready to go into the next one. All right, here's our Mylar Mega Butterflies 3D. I think I mentioned last time, this came from one of those aha moments. I was in the booth talking with a lady, and she wanted to put butterflies on the wall of her daughter. And we both looked at each other and went, oh my God. So this is how this came. These are dimensional, but they do stitch very well as regular embroidery, just on fabric, however you want to use them, maybe on a jacket, that kind of thing. But we have a whole display of those on our website, showing them using the Pure Shape. And actually the Pure Shape tutorial video illustrates using those butterflies. So that's a fun collection. There's actually 20 different butterflies and 4 sizes each, 5x7, 8x8, 9x9, 10x10. Okay, and then we have our Mylar Fruit Punch. This was fun. It was coming up to be summer, I think, last year. And this was just a refreshing collection. You've got your citrus, you've got your fruits, you've got your popsicle on there, and your ice cubes. And that one is a huge. I got my hands on this one.
Oh yes, look at that! Look at the movement. Oh my, it's gorgeous. It just, I love how you add the Mylar as an accent. It's not overpowering. It's not like crystals. It's not, totally in your face. It catches your eye as the item moves. I love that.
So this is a great bag for summer. And then of course I did a little tea towel for the kitchen.
It's so lifelike. It looks wet.
It looks wet. Yes.
It does.
It looks so wet. Cool.
Yeah.
It's fun, but there's multiple sizes with this one. The one in the center is 10x16. So that's a good utilization of that mega hoop. But if you don't have that one, I've broken it up into 3 pieces for you, and it's very easily put together. And then you also can get a quilting motif with that one for your background.
We already covered this, but I just want to respond to Marcia Frost. She said, especially on that fruit, that's a really great example of how the one color of Mylar, you only offer one color, is able to illuminate different colors by the thread, right? That's what gives it its color. Yeah.
One color of Mylar.
One color of Mylar, you add the thread, and that's what changes the whole look. And that is awesome. And someone else had asked, do you, in your color sequence, list thread colors? And you most certainly do.
Yes, yes. More times than not, the sample you're seeing on the website are the colors you're going to see on the color change chart. Okay? We also have thread charts. I didn't mention that before, but if you wanted to get a thread chart, we carry those as well for the Exquisite thread.
Yeah.
The next collection we show here is our Mylar Giraffes. That's, again, the one we did as a baby quilt for our granddaughter, because she wanted, my daughter-in-law wanted the giraffes. This was so much fun because not only did we do the giraffes, we did a little plush giraffe toy that you create it kind of in the hoop and then assemble it. But the giraffes have a fringe mane on them, and that's digitized in it. There's no special foot. It's regular machine embroidery. And when the design is done, it shows you how to trim it to make the fringe happen. But you're getting them in 2 sizes and different colorways.
The artwork, though, look how much emotion is evident in that, I guess the mama giraffe and the baby giraffe. I think that's really what separates your collections from many others, is the true artistry of the drawings. I mean, I just love the expression of that mama's face.
I am very lucky to have it. I'm very lucky to have an in-house artist.
Yeah, you most certainly are. You most certainly
and he cooks too.
And he cooks. He's a keeper. Come on.
He's a keeper.
Okay, well, speaking, I know you're not going to know this answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Dory Shandara wants to know, do you remember what fabric you used around the giraffes?
This is a batik, and it actually comes in different colorways. I don't know what batik company it is. I found it at a shop we were doing an event in California, in Bakersfield, California.
And one of the great advantages of traveling to shows is visiting local quilt shops.
Oh my God, I'm always shopping. It's,
I know.
Can't have enough fabric,
Right.
It's just ridiculous.
And Susanna Bowman, now I don't really know the answer to this. Will Mylar be affected by the sun if you put it on a garden flag? Now that's a lot of outdoor exposure, a garden flag.
I've actually gotten an email, a question like that.
Okay.
And I think actually it's going to, again, affect the thread color first before it does anything to the Mylar. I haven't personally done it.
Mhm.
I have ordered. I do have it. I never did anything with it. I bought some ripstop. I was going to do some garden flags. Never got to it.
Yeah.
But I should, because I do get that question a lot. And the person that asked me, I haven't heard whether, I don't know that enough time has passed for her to know whether it's faded or not. It's a good question. I don't think the Mylar is not going to be the issue. Honestly, it's going to be your thread. Yeah.
That's and really the polyester thread holds up beautifully in sunlight. So
yes.
I really wouldn't worry.
And that's why you want to use it, because it is color safe when you're throwing it in the wash, that kind of stuff. It retains its color. Black is always the example. You wash it and then, hey, it's gray. No, not your polyester.
Right. And then Becky Berlin wants to know, do you have any applique designs or any of your designs?
I do have applique designs. Okay. And in the title of the collection, it'll actually say applique. We've got some bunnies that are applique, some cats. We have some baby quilt collections where they're all different animals that are applique. We have some Easter ones that are applique.
Category on the website.
Oh, Tom just reminded me, we have a category called applique.
Oh, well, okay. Here's the technical side. He's in charge of the website, right?
Yes.
All right. You get a pass, Patricia.
Okay, thank you. Well, we even have a category for 4x4. So if your largest hoop, your only hoop is a 4x4, and you're wondering, we have a lot of collections that include 4x4s.
Nice.
So just because you see it, you may not be, knocked out of that. Look at it, because there's quite a few that you can do things with.
Yeah.
Okay, and then our one on the far right here, this is our answer. Our Mylar Floral Monogram 2 is our answer to all of those that wanted Mylar Floral Monogram but don't have an 8x8 hoop. They don't go any further, or their hoop is not any larger than 5x7. These are all 5x7. You get the entire alphabet, and then you get 20 extra flowers. The flowers you see in the letters are already digitized in, but you get extra flowers, so you can do other little things with them. But they are proportionate to the Mylar Floral Monogram. So you can use that uppercase with the lowercase. And in the in that collection, there are instructions on how to do baseline alignment, so that you can do the words and everything's,
sure.
And that kind of thing.
So that's a basic, that's a easy to understand and duplicate multi-hooping technique for your 4x4s, because, you want to make big words, right? You want to make whole quilt rows or columns. And so I'm sure your instructions outline that very easily.
Yes. And these are 5x7.
5x7.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah,
same thing.
That's okay.
Same thing. Okay, two more questions for you. Okay, Becky Berlin, she was the one who asked about applique. She wants to know, do the applique designs use Mylar? So I'm going to tag on a question to that. Do all of your designs use Mylar?
Good question. Okay. No.
Okay.
That's it. No. Let me explain. The applique collections that we do have, some of them use a combination of applique fabric, be it minky, cotton fabric, whatever, and they may have areas of Mylar. And then we have some, like our cats and our bunnies, that they're digitized. You have a design that is either fully applique, and again, I like to use minky because I like the texture and dimension of it, or they're fully Mylar. We do have red work. We have quilting designs as separate collections. So if a collection is digitized for Mylar, Mylar will actually be in the title of the collection. Okay? So like Mylar Swirly Curly Hearts, those are made for Mylar. Now, if they only have a touch of Mylar, just little areas, we like our Dogs 3 with Mylar. Now, Dogs 3 has a lot of phrasing in it that use a lot of Mylar, but the dogs themselves, just their tongue that's sticking out, it's just a little shine of Mylar. Or our Dogs 2 as well have just minimal Mylar. So it's when it says with Mylar, it's minimal, but if Mylar's in the title, then the bulk of the designs use Mylar. Now, if you see Redwork Santas, no Mylar, and you won't see any indicators on the color change chart as to when to lay them down. A great example. We have Mylar Swirly Cowgirls, so they use Mylar, and then we have Little Cowboys. And I get an email and say, I don't know when to lay them the Mylar for Little Cowboys. And there's no Mylar in Little Cowboys.
Well,
so
there you go.
Yeah. So as long as Mylar's in the title, you know you're getting a Mylar embroidery design.
Right. Very good. And then Marcia Frost, we have talked about this, but does Mylar work well on towels? And it sure does. And you'll be showing samples of that, I'm sure. Well, you had one on the tote bag of the fruit was a towel.
Well, that was not terry or anything, but yes, they work well on towels. They work well on. I was assuming she was meaning like a terry cloth towel or a beach towel or something like that. It works fabulous on those.
Yeah. It's kind of like a permanent topper. It holds down that.
You can think of it as a topper, but there may be other areas of that embroidery that don't use Mylar that you will want to use a topper. And that's another question I get. Can you use the topper with a Mylar? Well, the first thing you're laying down is the topper, and then it's going to do a layer of stitching over it. And then you'll be laying the Mylar and another layer of stitching. So you can use a topper with a Mylar. And I want to, again, if you're not familiar with this, I mentioned that there's actually 2 layers of stitching in there. These are not stiff as a board embroidery designs. You would think with 2 layers, but they're not. And this is if you've been in my booth, I probably threw this at you to touch it. So you can see how nice and pliable the designs are. I mean, they're soft.
They really are.
You're not walking around with a billboard on your shirt or anything like that. But yeah.
You know, Kathy Palmer says that she sees over your left shoulder a black towel with Live, Love, Bark. What design is that from?
Actually, it's a purse.
It's a purse. Okay.
We were coming up with that. We were going to come up to this one because we debuted Dogs 3 last time we were on. Yeah. This is a purse I made out of cork.
Oh, very nice.
I had a lady again come to the in the booth. She had a purse in cork. She just kind of stood there like this. Until I noticed that it was my design on the purse.
Oh, adorable. Yeah.
And then I've got
Bunny.
And today's actually her 6th birthday.
Oh,
she's 6 years old today. Yes.
Happy birthday to her. So that's in Dogs 3, right?
Dogs 3, yes.
Okay, cool. Very nice. Beautiful.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, and actually, this is on our next slide here. First, we've got our seashells. There's 73 designs in this one. There's a lot of phrases and a lot of shells. You get them in 5x7 with a decorative background. You also get them without a background. You get them in 4x4, and then you also get them as red work. There's a quilting motif in several sizes that go behind the designs or as alternating blocks. When I add a quilting motif to a collection, I'm giving it to you in the same theme as the collection. Because when I still quilt my own quilts, but you put the quilt on the frame or you're doing it however you're going to do it. I spend so much time thinking about, well, what am I going to quilt on this? What is going to go well with this? So if I've given you a quilting motif that already kind of answers that. And then this one also still has a border quilting motif with it too. So that's really fun. And you can see the details on those on our website. And then here we have, again, our Dogs 3. You're getting, how many dogs are in that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. 15 dogs, 2 sizes each. You're getting all of the sayings in 2 sizes each, and then you're getting the combo of the dog and the design in an 8x8. If you only have a 5x7, then you take that 5x7 dog and you take that 5x7 design and put them together, and then you have the same look. But there's a lot of fun things. Kind of went a little overboard on the samples on that one, but a whole lot of fun. So I think that's a review of some of our top collections. Let's see.
They are beautiful.
To use the seashells. Thank you. And we love. We've got a section on our website called samples, and you click on that and it says customer projects. I think it says customer projects. If you will email us your images, we put them on our website. Because again, that gives someone else an idea of how to use a collection, and the colors. The colors will be totally different. So a lot of fun. So don't hesitate to send us stuff. We like seeing we like to know you're using them, and we like to see what you've done with them.
Absolutely. And they are so creative. I mean, my goodness, you can just imagine what they're stitching at home. It's so fun.
I've seen some incredible stuff. And it's so hard because when we're on the road, I don't get to embroider. And I just start shaking out of withdrawal. It's like, I want to embroider something. Because, you get those ideas and you get inspired. So, yeah.
Sure. Now, Mary Larson wants to know, do you have a cat design similar to the dogs?
I don't know.
Not yet. Not yet.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Don't drop off the Facebook Live just yet. You might be very surprised.
Okay. Well, let's answer Donna Mullins Atkinson question. She has 5 collections in her cart already on your website. So many gifts for the holidays. Do you have anything for Hanukkah?
That is on our list. It is on our list of things to do. Yes. I can't guarantee when something will happen. Again, because time constraints.
Yeah.
We're lucky to get 6 collections a year done, because it does take a lot of time, but it is on the list, and I that's been requested a lot. It's been requested a lot. Yeah.
And then how about Southwest or Native American designs? Do you have
That's another one that's had a request. Yeah. Okay. Especially when we do our Arizona shows. Yeah. That kind of area. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. Well,
the thing about our I'm sorry.
No.
Well, I was going to say, the thing about what we do is we will try something. You know, I'll have Tom draw something, and then I'll digitize it. We'll stitch it out. If we're feeling it, right? If we're feeling it, then a collection will come of it. But if we're not feeling it, you know, if it's just it gets hard. You're just like, what else do we do? Then sometimes that doesn't happen. So,
you know, and that's a really good point that people may not understand. You know, you start with one design in a collection often, and from that you need to build out the collection. And so if it's a topic that's not dear to your heart, or it concentrates on a place that's far away from you, you know, it might be hard to get into that theme, to get inspiration, to really pull it, you know, to life, right?
Right.
I mean, that's the artist quandary, you know. And, you know, they may not need to know all that, but definitely it's kind of.
And also, you know, if there's a particular animal you want, you know, I don't want to give you a collection of 12 animals that are basically look the same. You know, how many things can you make them do? So that's kind of one of the hurdles too. Is
but
you got to be able to do.
People really love animals, because Joanna Eastman Quadro maybe wants to know, do you have flamingos or manatees, and do you also have a Boston Terrier? So she's got a lot of
we do have flamingos. We have flamingos for like a baby quilt, so that's Mylar flamingos, and then we have Mylar fancy flamingos, and that's more the pink with the tall legs and really statuesque. So yeah, we do have 2 collections. We do not. We knew we were opening a can of worms with the dogs. Everybody loves their breed. This one does not have a Boston Terrier on it.
Yeah. So okay. How about horses? Do you have any horses?
We have mythical horses. Mylar mythical horses, and it's the horse head with a flying mane. Yeah.
And how about corgis?
No corgis.
Okay.
No corgis. You can you go to Dogs 3. There are a few breed specific ones on there. Just that were randomly chosen. And of course, I've done my dog and my daughter's dog on there. But some of them just happen. So we don't try too hard to be breed specific, but you know, we got the pug on there and that kind of thing. But well,
Lee Sloan says she loves the flamingos. And then Heather Hogan wants to know, do you have a gnome collection coming up?
Hi, Lee. Yeah, I know Lee. It's just not enough hours in the day. And especially like the dogs, the detail that goes into them. I love shading. I like doing fur. I like doing that kind of stuff.
Fur is a lot of work. And then of course your art, like I said earlier, has personality. You know, these things aren't easy. They aren't easy for sure. And let's see, Marcia Frost says, what's the design on the blue jacket? To Patricia's right. We're going to come back and we're going to kind of do all the samples that are in the space right around you. So right now, why don't we move over to the overhead cam so they can see just how great your instructions are, okay?
Yes.
So Patricia gifted me this beautiful design that I had hoped to have on a t-shirt, but that didn't happen. So I stitched out several step outs so that you could see it. But, you know, this beautiful flower takes the place of the letter O. And of course, you know, I always print out a design if I'm going to be working with it. And then the instructions that come with, now I'm going to pull these up a little closer so you can get a better look. And notice they have a green circle and a red circle. And the green circle, Patricia, I'm going to let you talk that through. So we're going to do colors 1 and 2 and 3, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, there's always a key on every color change chart page, and she's going to show that to you.
Right here.
For the green dot, the key says place your Mylar after this color change stitches. So after is a very important word, after. So what she's going to do in this example is, like she said, she'll stitch color change 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to lay the Mylar over the top. You're not going to spray it. You're not going to tape it. You're just going to get over the top.
So here's 1 and 2, and then here is 3. And so you can see the Mylar is still in place, right? So this is exactly the time when I would tear it away, right?
No, well, no. We haven't reached that point yet.
Oh, well.
You got to look at the instructions. Let me see your chart again.
Oh, yes, you're right. I need to do 4
yes.
and
So
5.
after number 3, you lay down the Mylar. You're going to stitch color change number 4, and you're going to stitch color change number 5, because our red dot, the key tells you that it says to remove the excess Mylar after this color change stitches. And that's where she is right now. She has stitched color change number 5 with the red dot. So now she can tear away the excess.
And see how easy it tears? I mean, literally, no scissors. You could, you know, if you have these little pieces, you just can put a pointy end of a wooden dowel or this.
Or you can use our wonderful pure trim tweezers.
Yes, I could. I don't have a pair here, but I sure need them. Okay.
And that first piece of Mylar she tore off, that was big enough to use on another design, because every design is different sizes. So
yeah, I would definitely keep that. You know, I have a whole baggie of scraps for sure.
That would be great for the 4x4 Mylar Swirly Ballerinas, because they're little ballerina dresses. So you never know what someone's going to cover. And then you just continue through the chart until the design is done. So basically, if you look at this, you're just stitching it like a regular machine embroidery design. You're just laying down the Mylar when it tells you to, and tearing it away when it tells you to.
And so here we are with, I've just placed the Mylar and I've stitched 12, you know, I added it at 12, and then at 13, I've already completed 13. And so now I want to pull this away.
Yes.
Right.
This particular design has you lay down the Mylar in 2 different steps. Most of the collections, there are some that you're going to do it in two areas, or two different times, but most of them I do try to consolidate the time that when you lay down the Mylar and tear it away. But as long as you look at the color change chart, you do not have to use the colors I use, but you do need to consult it to know the right time to lay down the Mylar and the right time to tear it away. Because I will get emails, or the ladies will come in the booth and say, well, mine didn't sparkle like yours did. It's like, did you look at the color change chart? Because it'll tell you when, well, I never look at that thing. Well, you're going to have, you're going to have to glance at it at least to know the right time. Because if you lay down the Mylar too soon, you're not going to get the sparkle.
That's right. And so then here it is complete. And you can just see here, I'm going to like give you a little wave, like just look how that glitter. I mean, you know, it looks like glitter, but it's not that mess of glitter. And it just gives you that beautiful sheen. And as the light plays on it, it's awesome. It really
and it's not going to lose its shine in washing and drying. It will still be there, I promise you. As long as you're using our designs with our Mylar, and our Mylar with our designs.
So I'm going to show you, you know, if I were to hoop this on a t-shirt, I would print out the template. And I like to use our print and stick Target template paper. That's that sticky, repositionable, translucent paper. I love this stuff for template making. And I'm using my totally tubular hooping station. And I'm just going to place my bottom frame of Monster Hoop on the totally tubular hooping station. And then I'm going to swing in my perfect alignment laser. And when I do that, I'll then move my hoop so that the beam is aligned with the center marks on the hoop. So now I know that the center here is going to be, you know, the center of the sewing field. And then I'll just take my t-shirt and I'm dressing it right over this board. And I'm going to slide it so that the attachment goes through the neck. Because on a single needle machine, that's an easy way to accommodate all the bulk of the t-shirt. And so I'll just flatten that out. I have the beam aligned with that crosshair, and I take the top frame and I'm going to position it with, align it with the metal frame on the bottom, and then I just drop it in place, and I can smooth and pull on that fabric because of course I have stabilizer in place. And then I just pull this off, and I'm going to nest my shirt inside out and let it rest above the hoop so that I don't have any, fabric caught underneath the sewing, underneath the hoop, and, get caught when I stitch. And I'm just turning that sleeve inside out.
Yes, I always say watch out for those sleeves because they are sneaky.
Yeah.
If you don't pull them out, you're going to stitch them closed.
Yeah. And then, these magnetic shields come with your hoop. That's how you store your hoop. So I just place that right underneath the metal frame. And when I'm going to go to the machine, I have something to transport it on, and I don't have to worry about, getting the fabric dislodged from the hoop. And over to the machine, center my needle right there, remove that template, and then follow the instructions that Patricia has so graciously provided and do those steps. And there's my t-shirt, right?
Eileen, I love your tip about putting the plastic thing underneath it to carry it over carefully, because there's nothing worse than getting it hooped perfectly and then messing it up on your walk to the machine.
I know, back and forth, rehoop it. Yeah, I love that. And I use it also if I'm doing applique at the machine and I need to remove the hoop from the machine to trim. I will look at that. Look, it's adorable. Yeah, that looks
I made myself one as well. So
very nice, very nice. So all I have to do is stitch this one out for sure. So Retha Ranke wants to know, can Mylar be used with other embroidery designs that you already have?
Well, they have to be specifically created for Mylar, or they're not going to show through. Okay?
Yes.
You can put them underneath, but you won't see the stitching.
Yeah.
You won't see the sparkle,
right.
Because the particular fill that's used allows it to shine through.
You want to have you want to be able to see through that thread to let the Mylar bleed through. And on normal embroidery, that's a no-no. I mean, you really want full coverage. So that's why most designs won't work.
And some people will ask, can I use this in either freestanding lace or like a red work design, that kind of thing? Mm-hmm. When you hit that point, you've got too much Mylar showing. Now, if it's ornamental, if it's not ever going to be washed, that kind of thing, if maybe making like our snowflakes, if you want to put that in there, it covers it. But if you wanted to use it in a freestanding lace and it won't be laundered, then that's fine. But if you are putting it on a shirt, first of all, every time you move, you're going to hear crinkling.
Yes.
Okay? You won't hear crinkling with Mylar in my designs. Okay. And there's not thread covering it to protect it. Okay. So this is another reason why you wouldn't want to use it in a more open design that's not created for Mylar.
Right. And so Darlene Sims wanted to know if that hoop, that's our snap hoop monster, a flat magnetic hoop. Does it work on a Bernina? Yes, absolutely. We make it in 4 sizes, I believe, for Bernina machines. And you can go to dzgns.com and we have a compatibility chart there. You could just search hoop chart and that will come up for you. And Diana Mullins Atkinson wants to know, will my matte thread work well for chalk designs?
Probably. Oh my gosh, I think that'd be fabulous.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah.
I
love
that.
Send me a picture. Send me a picture. Yeah.
That would be very cool. Love the chalk work. That's awesome.
As long as your thread is a 40 weight machine embroidery thread, because I know they're coming out with the different styles now. I mean, fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and Susan Margison, can you use it for outdoor items? We did discuss that earlier. We think you can. We think that Mylar most certainly would stand up as long as your thread, right? It's really the life of the thread that you would be more concerned about. So I think it would be fine for sure. Yeah. And then Becky Munns wants to know, would Mylar work with the sketch designs that are so popular? Well, you still need a fill. You don't substitute Mylar for applique. So
Right.
you would really have to analyze that design, and most certainly stitch a test on a piece of felt, something simple, right?
That's where some of the best ideas come, is through experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Definitely
Absolutely.
test it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about some of the samples that are behind you. They're so beautiful.
Okay. Well, this is sort of our intro to the collections we've released since last August. And then we'll have our little, our sneak peek, first look after that.
Awesome.
So our first one, I'm going to stand up here, is our Halloween. Now he's showing you, let's look at the big screen first.
Okay. Sorry, Sam, I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. That's
I
okay.
keep doing that.
So our Mylar Trick-or-Treat, that has 38 designs in it, and it includes 11 phrases and 9 characters, 9 little trick-or-treaters. So you can see some of them there. And you can combine those little guys with their phrasing to make some really cute things. So you can see in this quilt right here, if we'll switch, there you go. You're getting these in 2 sizes, I believe. I've got to look. But maybe it's just 5 by 7. But you can see, I don't know if you can tell the shine here. I've got a good example of the shine. I did a pillow.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at those bats. Wow, they really sparkle.
So that's a combination of one of the sayings.
I love
and some accent designs.
Yeah. Look at the candy cane, the way the color variation goes. That's gorgeous.
The candy corn.
Candy corn. Yeah. Sorry.
Wrong holiday.
Wrong holiday. Wrong holiday. Oh, she's
And then
fun.
there's one of the character designs with one of the sayings.
Yeah. I kind of felt like that when like her face, that expression on her face. That's how I felt when I had COVID. Whoa.
Oh gosh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
And then I've done a trick-or-treat bag.
Oh,
you know what would work great with this, even with the Mylar, is the glow-in-the-dark thread.
Yeah.
That'll make a nice surprise, you know, when you go in the dark.
Yeah,
and
when
then,
you're out trick-or-treating.
And then this little saying, we love this one so much, I couldn't help but put it on the bag as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's really sweet. Love the spider.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm going to give you a closer look at these kids because I love the detail. You are also getting, so this is the character quilt.
Oh, look at them. That is something. Look at all of them. Wow, that's timeless. I mean, you stitch that once, you are going to keep that on in your Halloween decor for years to come.
You're also getting, if you've got a 10 by 16 hoop, you're getting Halloween, okay? But wait, there's more. If you don't have a 10 by 16, I've broken it out so where you can create it using a 5 by 7 hoop.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's your little spiders there.
So fun.
And then we also have it just in 5 by 7.
Oh, that's great.
5 by 7. That might be. I'll have to look. I think that's 5 by 7. And then these are just some more of the little designs that you get.
Yeah. Oh, so fun. See the personality and character in all your drawings. That's really.
And then we also have something if you want to do something a little more elegant, just for fall.
Yeah. Very nice.
So we like to put some variety in here. So no matter your use, there's going to be something good for you there. Now our next one is our Quilting Designs 3. Obviously, our 3rd quilting design collection. This one is all botanicals, okay? With the quilting designs, on my sample, I did them in a contrasting thread so that they would show up really well. This actually does go through all 3 layers of the quilt. And you are getting 20 designs in 6 block sizes and 4 hoop fills. So there's something to cover everything. You're also getting several border quilting motifs with this one. And I'll show this to you close up as well.
Oh, that's stunning. Just stunning.
And then here you can see one of the border motifs.
Yes.
And then here I'm going to show you, I've gone all the way through. Maybe. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. And look at the back. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Now I have information on the website. It's called Going Beyond Embroidery that talks about quilting in the hoop, using your embroidery machine for quilting.
Yeah, because Becky Berlin said, do your instructions indicate the lashings? I think she might mean the sashings. And she says that she loves what you did on the first one. So could be like these collections.
We have over 170 different collections of embroidery designs. I have written 21 patterns. There aren't patterns for everything. Some of them are really straightforward. If you have like an iPad, something that you have the ability to zoom in on, you can, all of these samples are on our website. You can zoom in, you can see where this, the seam lines are.
Sure.
A lot of them are pretty easy to figure out. When I'm doing my quilt creating, I guess, I use graph paper. Okay. So I know that doing it that way does not give you fabric requirements and all of that other fun stuff. But you can check out the patterns that I have written so far, but some of the others are pretty straightforward. And I have people who can you give me a little guidance, and I'll tell you what size blocks I used and how big the sashing is, that kind of thing. So if you ever have a question, you can email me and I'll let you know. It's just writing a pattern does take a long time too, as well. And if you've ever used one of my patterns, you know that I am in full color and very detailed. So, and then having it test stitched is another thing. So they are very time consuming, and I really, really love the digitizing. So, okay. Our next
that's your area of expertise. That's where your time is.
Stay in my lane, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I don't mean it like that. I mean, I just think there's other resources that, women that are, and men who are fabulous pattern creators, and, let them do that, and we'll do the embroidery.
Right. Find one that already exists and then use those instructions.
I mean, they're just squares.
They are squares in a straight seam. Mylar From the Heart is obviously one of our new collections.
So beautiful.
You are getting, what are you getting with this one? 50 designs. There's 50 designs in this one. There are 16 candy hearts with the little phrases on it. So the 16 of those, and you're getting 12 phrases, and those are in two sizes each, 5x7 and 8x8. You're getting a quilt border motif, block motif, and
they're so robust. You think of everything.
Here's a close-up.
Oh, that's precious.
And you see sort of a theme with the kisses and wishes. We're eventually have a whole collection of those. We've got them for Western Christmas, and of course you've seen a few of them here.
Sure.
We have our large quilt with the 8x8 sayings on them, so you can see how nicely they fit. And then the quilt border has the quilting in it. You actually see it better on this next sample right here.
Okay.
Briefly, let me show you what this is a large one. This would be great with a little candy dish of candy hearts in it, or kisses.
Yes, absolutely.
So that would be fun. And then this one I did write a pattern for. These sayings reminded me of love notes. So there is a pattern written for our envelope quilt called Love Notes. And this is an example of the 5x7 phrases. And then let's see if you can see it here. That is the border. I don't know. Can you tell?
Oh, yes. Yeah, they're like hearts, interlinking
right.
hearts up and down.
Exactly. So that's one of the quilting motifs with this, is that border quilting.
Yeah.
And then we have, when you get this Love Notes quilting project, it's a download on the website. We threw in another quick project and with the instructions on making little pouches. This has got candy kisses in it.
So sweet. Imagine giving them to grandchildren. That's
you can
adorable.
or put them on a little tree, that kind of thing.
Or a doorknob, you know.
So this project is also included with the Love Notes quilt project. So that's a lot of fun. I'll eat those kisses later.
Yeah.
We're lucky we had some to put in here.
Yeah, right. Because, you know, my bag's always empty. That's for sure.
Yes. Okay. Let's go on to Happy Easter. We are fulfilling a lot of holidays this time, as you can tell. So our Happy Easter, let's see. We've got, what do we have? Oh, we have 41 designs in this one. 41 designs, 15 phrases in 2 sizes each. Of course, with a block quilting in several block sizes and a border quilting. So I'll show you some of these samples. We have the one right behind me here.
Okay.
These are using your 8x8 designs. And if I can get that down.
Dangerous to do that on camera.
Too many witnesses.
I know, right?
You're also getting 15 egg and floral. Let's see, where are we? Okay.
Yeah.
I use the pure shape just to decorate a little basket.
So cute.
With the Happy Easter.
Yeah.
And then we have always another pillow.
Yeah.
Let's see, get that straight.
Yeah. Very nice.
And then we have.
So I have one question from Mary Larson. She wants to know, are the project kisses all stitches over Mylar?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good to know.
Yes.
And then I just want to tell Kit Dever, yes, there is, once we end the live broadcast, you can go back and watch the rebroadcast at any time. So that, you know, gets posted immediately upon ending.
In the quilt behind me for the Happy Easter, because there are 15 sayings in this one, the additional 3.
Oh, somebody loves you. Oh, cute. Yeah.
I think these last 2 would be adorable on a little child's t-shirt, because you do get it in 5x7 as well.
Sure.
You know, getting them dressed up for that egg hunt on Easter would be fun. I look forward to doing that with a grandchild someday. We actually, again, do have one. She just lives on the other side of the world.
The other side of the world.
Can't come soon enough for us.
Yeah, and so then Nancy Greer wants to know, I know you've talked about your patterns. Are there any pillow patterns?
No. Okay. It's just block, sash, piping.
Right. Just make it bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all.
And you notice I love stripes. I love polka dots, and I love checkerboard. So those are always really fun for the small sashing and for the piping. But
and then
look at the website. You can zoom in and you'll be able to tell really what we did.
Right. And Anna, yes, you most certainly can iron over Mylar embroidery. You really have to be more concerned about the thread and just apply the right temperature iron over the thread.
Exactly. Yeah. And I do it all the time. If I'm ironing something, I'm going right over it.
Yeah.
Just don't leave it sitting too long.
Yeah. So Christine's been watching for a while, but not from the very beginning. She's going to ask a stupid question. Is this primarily a trunk show? Well, Christina, I just wanted to introduce, the folks that come and watch Between Friends every week to Patricia Gates at Purely Gates, because Patricia has been a longtime Dime supporter and, and a fantastic digitizer and artist at large. So I just thought it would be a fun way for all of you to meet Patricia, learn about Purely Gates, learn about Mylar embroidery. So many people have never tried Mylar embroidery. So that's what we're chatting about today. And we're getting near the end. So I know
another reason to use your embroidery machine.
People are dying to find out what is the special offer that Patricia's going to share in a few moments. But
we are
hang in
almost there.
We're getting
I
there.
promise. I promise. We will torture you not much longer.
Yeah.
This little sample shows using the florals. Some of them use little 4x4 florals.
Very pretty. Very pretty.
And then we have our kitchen towel.
Yes, I like that.
And just so you can see, hopefully you can tell, it's one of the quilting motifs, block motifs.
Oh, yeah.
So you can use quilting motifs either behind the design itself or as alternating blocks to make your project bigger. This one, there is a pattern for, and this again uses the florals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those eggs. Love those eggs.
Some of the quilting in there.
Yeah. The eggs are outstanding.
This is a great exercise in design placement and multi-hooping.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't be Easter until we had
ears.
Bunny ears.
How cute.
So there is a separate CD or pattern instructions, digital download for the bunny ears. So you get the design for both adult and child, or you can put them on your pet. We put them on Bunny. Oh, those were the wrong way. Here you go.
So cute. I love them. Look at them.
And it's
they're so wearable. They're not uncomfortable. You could even slip a headband in there and forget about
that. Yes.
For sure.
Versatile. So those are available as well on the website. All right. So
one question. Barbara Hansen wants to know, can the designs be embroidered without Mylar?
They can. And we do have a lot of people that do that as well. I had one lady come in the booth and she goes, just really not a shiny person. And I said, what drew you into the booth? She goes, oh, the designs are really cute. Yes, you can. Mm-hmm. When I'm doing them with the Texas designs, if I leave the Mylar out, it kind of gives it a rustic look. Okay. But you will see some background fabric showing through. And sometimes that gives it a really cool look. So what I would suggest doing, if there is one that you wanted to do without Mylar, do a test stitch first, see if you like the look, and then go with it before you put it on something real important to you. Okay. That's what I would do. How can you not be a shiny person? I don't understand it either.
Yeah. And then just one clarification from Crystal. Is the quilt that's hanging with the Halloween motif the same Halloween collection that you showed in the slide? Yes. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot. I try to do as many ideas as I can. Yeah. We are ready now to show our newest collection.
Okay.
Y'all are the first ones seeing it. So this is our
drum roll.
Cat's meow with Mylar. Yes, we had someone ask. This is a la the Dogs 3. Oh. So you're getting more realistic cats.
Yeah.
And if we'll go over here, you're getting all the cats and sayings. I'll show you some close-up ones, but you're getting all the cats and sayings in combination in 8x8. You're also getting the phrases in two sizes, 5x7 and 8x8. You're getting the cats separately in 5x7 and 4x4. And then you're getting quilting motifs, accessory designs, border motifs with this collection. And here's, again, a pillow with one of the cats.
Beautiful. Just stunning. And so much movement. I love it. The swirl.
I'm going to give you an idea, a better look at the cats. Here they are. These are the 4x4s.
Oh. Sassy cats for sure. Really, really sassy.
This is just 9 of them, and there are 12.
Oh. Look at the 3. See no evil, hear no evil, do no evil in the corner, right? Well, they're not really doing that, but anyway, that's really beautiful collection.
And then you can, again, you can either use the phrases separately. If you've got a 5x7 and you want to do a larger design, you can add a cat to any of these.
Wow.
And there's, I believe, 16 phrases. We also have the cat mom and cat dad.
There you go. Cat hair, don't care. Are you kidding me? Right meow. That's
Are you
adorable.
kidding me? My meow.
That's cute. That is cute.
So that is our newest one. It is on the site right now. Let's see.
Yeah, I know. Poor Diane Atkinson. You know, if you have a husband, Diana, he called. He said you could spend whatever you want.
Yes, and the more that's in the cart is the more you're going to save, because we are ready for the slide for the special.
Awesome. So,
oh, actually, and then we'll talk about garments. But I know that you everybody's itching for the code. You have to go to the purelygates.com, the website, and put in the code DIME15. If you can put it in the cart, it's 15% off. Okay. Nice. So if you whatever you have in the cart, if you put in the code DIME15, there is in the cart there is a square on the lower left corner that says coupon code, and that's where you're going to put that code in. Okay. And then it will take that money off of it, and you will be good to go. And again, it's digital download or shipped CD, whatever you can put in the cart will be 15% off.
And it's good till Monday, the 24th at midnight.
Exactly.
At midnight. That's awesome. And, you know, you have to remember that Patricia and her husband, Tom, are, you know, they're the whole company, right? So when they give you 15% off, that's really quite a generous coupon. And, you know, I'm grateful that you would share that with this audience, Patricia. So thank you for your generosity.
Oh, well, we appreciate truly everybody's time and sitting through all of this. And I hope that y'all enjoyed what we showed. I do want to talk briefly about the garments, if you'll give me just a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Because that is another thing that people are afraid to do. The first thing you do, if you've never done a garment, you go to Goodwill. That's step one. Go to Goodwill, find something, or if you've got kids growing out of clothing, save one of those shirts. Save something of each type, a t-shirt, a jacket, you know, maybe a cotton shirt. Save those kind of things, or get those at Goodwill. And that's what you're going to practice on. That's when you're going to build your confidence. On our website, we have, it's two videos because it was too long for just one, called Step by Step Garment Embroidery. The second one is called Hard to Hoop Areas. And I cover everything. Very detailed. You're going to see the images, instructions on design placement, multi-hooping, hoopless embroidery. Again, the hard to hoop areas. I've opened up a sleeve. You will see this garment in the instructions on the video, and I can't get her to turn. Let me see. So you can see I've done the sleeve.
Oh, beautiful.
There's not many areas that I did not embroider on this. This is my Elvis jacket. And if you were here, you would see the 90 million crystals on it.
Yeah.
But, and you see also, this is our Mylar Rosabella. Did it on the t-shirt as well. But it's a great video that will hopefully give you confidence to do jackets. The reason I did a jacket in the video is I wanted to choose the hardest thing I could think of clothing wise to embroider. And there's so many. You've got the big buttons, you've got the thick flat fell seams, you've got, and I cover all of that. I cover all of that. And the beauty of doing a jacket, I know I'm harping on the jacket, but the beauty thing of doing a jacket, do one design, pick an easy area and do one design, and then wear it for a while. Nobody knows you intend on doing the whole jacket, right? And then when you have a little more time, you go and you do another area. Okay. And then you're getting a little more confident, right? And then you do another area. If you put something on a garment and it's not straight, it's not centered, whatever, what do? You add another design. You don't tell people, oh yeah, but it was supposed to be down here. No, keep your mouth shut. You tell them, oh, I intended it to be there, and then I'm going to add, this here and this here. So you're going to build your confidence with garments. The jackets are great again because it is a very stable denim, you know, they're stretchy too, but the way I show you in that stabilizer that I use is going to help you out with that. But I've also got just cotton shirts. This is our fall leaves.
Oh, very lovely.
Everybody's got a denim shirt somewhere, right?
Sure, sure. Love the asymmetrical layout. Very flattering on a figure. Very nice.
And then I also want to say along with this, the designs don't have to be in expected colors, okay? This is the same collection I did on a t-shirt.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I still need to add crystals to that, but that's where that's going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if it doesn't move, I'm embroidering it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's just so many possibilities. You can combine, let's see, combine different collections that have similar themes. And this is a combination of our paisley peacock with our peacock feathers.
Lovely. Yeah. You know, Donna Canalino wants to know, is the Love Notes quilt project included in the From the Heart, or is it separate?
It is separate, but if you go to the From the Heart collection page, scroll down, you'll see it there, and you can click on it, or you can go to our patterns page and get that.
Okay.
What's included with the Love Notes quilt pattern is those fun little pouches.
Oh,
The instructions to make those that you put the candy in. But yes, that one is separate.
Okay.
I have, again, don't be afraid of doing anything. This is actually a sweater.
Lovely. So feminine. Yeah.
Just
that's something
nice.
you find in a high-end, you know, department store. It's very lovely.
And always, because you're the creator, put a little, you know, extra little surprise on the back. I usually do the shoulder that I don't hang my purse on. Okay.
Right.
So that's something to think about. But you do what you're going to do, and you'll see in the video, print out a template of your design on paper, cut it out, audition it. If you're doing a whole bunch of stuff, you can get all that laid out. And then get out your camera phone and take a picture of it. And then you can really visualize it before you do your first stitch.
Absolutely. And then move those templates around and take another photo. And then go through the photos. And, you know, you'll be amazed at which one is the most flattering on your figure.
And then always go back to the winner, and you have a roadmap of how to lay it out again.
And, you know, when you just do it on a hanger, you're not going to get the true result of what it's going to look like if you put the garment on and take photos of yourself. You know, it's a little weird to do it in the mirror or whatever. Well, unless you're 20, you do that all the time. But, right?
Right. And you it's important to put it on, like Eileen said, because you don't want things placed in weird places. Yes. Right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. We all know what we're talking about.
We all know what we're talking about.
Yes. You don't want to spend all that time.
Examples of that, but
everything that I say is due to a learning opportunity. Okay. I always say there's no mistakes, only learning opportunities, right? So don't get mad, don't get frustrated. Say, whoop, got that one out of the way. I learned. Yeah. And I won't do it again. Right.
That's right. And that garment becomes your next sample fabric. So, you know,
there you go.
If you ruined a sweater, that's the sweater that you're going to test the rest of the designs that you want to put on a sweater. So
right. And that's why we are, my husband always says, and next on Sewing Hoarders, that's why we keep everything, right?
Oh, yeah, I know. Let's see. Mary Downey says, can I order Mylar from you? What comes in the package?
You are getting a 3-count, 3 sheets in a package. They are 18 by 30 sheets, and you will be amazed how far they go.
That's a lot.
So there's 3 in every package. And it's this wide by that long, 18 by 30. And save every piece that you tear off, because you will be able to use it on another design. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Deborah Del Regno says she loves my Texas shirt. So what collection is this from?
That's Mylar Texas 2.
Mylar Texas 2. Okay.
We have Mylar Texas Texas 2, 3, and 4. But that one's number 2. And that everything in that collection comes in 2 sizes, 5x7 and 8x8. And that's also this jacket here. I know we can't zoom in, but it's our Yellow Rose.
Oh, Yellow Rose of Texas. You know, Tom, we're getting a couple comments that the website won't accept the coupon. So I don't know if you have to jump over there and check that out. Of course, you know, that coupon is applicable on purelygates.com, not Dime. Okay. So that's over on Purely Gates. And Mary Larson, should we buy a package of Mylar for each collection?
No, it does go a really long way.
Really
I am probably the only one that stitches every single design in a collection. Okay. Unless you're doing a themed quilt and you use everything.
Yeah.
But one package is probably going to do you good 2 or 3 collections. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you get nervous and feel like, hey, I don't want to be out of it, I don't want to run out, then yeah, buy more.
And you have the coupon today. So get 2.
You have a coupon today.
Get 2.
Yes.
It doesn't go bad.
Any other time that you're saying, oh, I just need to get Mylar, I want more Mylar because I want to, make a bunch of these for my friends or whatever. I just need to get more Mylar. What I would recommend, there is a, for the Mylar, it goes in a USPS flat rate shipping. So it's going to be one rate no matter how many you buy. I would I buy as many as you can afford to cram in there and make that shipping worth it.
Yeah, I think that's good advice for sure.
Yeah,
and, and you can't get Mylar anywhere. It's not like you can run to like the local big box fabric store, so.
And unless you come visit us at one of the shows, we'll have it there with us as well. Yeah.
Right. And what's the name of the Love collection that, we featured in the Step Out and the Quilt Behind You? What's the name
Mylar
of that
from the Heart.
Mylar from the Heart. Yeah.
And because the newest ones that we just showed, when you go to the homepage, you will see the newest collections listed right there.
Okay. And you folks who can't get the coupon to work, just, please be patient. Patricia's husband will jump over there and get that fixed, I'm sure, momentarily. So we appreciate your patience with that.
Yes. Thank you. We'll make sure you get your percentage off. So
yes.
And if for some reason, sometimes you just need to get out of the website, close your browser and come back in and try it again.
Yeah, make a note of the coupons. I mean, the collections you want,
Well, they'll stay in the cart.
Oh, they'll stay in the cart. Oh,
they'll
even
stay
better.
in the cart.
Oh, yeah. That's great. I love websites.
You can just come back to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. Awesome.
They won't drop off.
Okay.
All right. Does anybody have any other questions they're just dying to ask?
I know. Well, they have so many nice comments about, they've stitched so many of your designs and they've had such great experience with your instructions. And of course, digitizing is just classic. And so it's really been lovely. Well, I know how much you like seeing your customers' projects when they share them. Yes. They send them in, you put them on your website. We do a program here at Facebook Live every week also. So I think I'd like to go over to my PowerPoint and just share that so we can tell them about Small Town Charms. So Small Town Charms is a monthly free design that you can download from my website, dzgns.com. And in January, we did a quilt shop. Now, they come in 2 sizes, 5x7 and 7x12. That awning is made in the hoop, and yet it is 3D. So all the instructions on how to do it are included. In February, we had a sweet shop. Now, I'm going to show you in a couple moments what some of the viewers have done and how they personalize them and make them their own.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, in March, we had the So Chic dress shop. And April was the outdoor cafe. No, this would be May, I guess, right? I've lost my months. This is May. But next week is going to be the June reveal. So on the last Thursday of the month is when I reveal the next month's design and when it's posted on our website. So my friend Sue S. Brown from OML Embroidery is doing a sew-along every Saturday following my Thursday reveal. So if you want to watch someone sew it out and share all her, glean all of her tips and techniques, she's fabulous. And it's free. You just go to OML Embroidery and join in. So she's doing her whole Small Town Charm. She's calling it Sueville. And so she's personalizing every shop. I know. And this is her Christmas cafe. Isn't that cute? Yeah. And she, now, no offense, but she loves our King Star metallic thread. So she stitched all of this in metallic thread. No Mylar, but Mylar would have been a good choice for
That's okay.
Yeah. Jody Cowan, this is her. Now, she said she's late to the game, and this is her January offer and offering, and she just posted it now. But notice she put some thread or, you know, a piece of string in the sewing machine. That wasn't there originally, so I think that's adorable. And here we have Donna Branton. Now, she did the Waterfront Cafe, so she named it, you know, her own name. She changed the colors. She's got Mickey in the dining room. And on the right-hand side, she has the blooms, but she's put flowers and a date and or an address in the window. Of course, colors are all her own choice, but very nice.
That's the beauty of this. You start with something and then you add your own creativity.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
That's the fun. It's just,
yeah. Now, Candy Gray. Now, so look what she did. She has added a great big bumblebee. She calls it Bee's Bistro on the awning. And then she's got some dogs playing ball in the foreground. And when you lift the awning, a bouquet of balloons is illustrated. I know. And
that is so clever.
Isn't it? She added a street lamp, you know, street light. And she even has little flags hanging from that street light. I mean, and all of this is embroidered. It's really beautiful. She did a really nice job. So we've been having so much fun with these small town charms and watching what people are doing. So Christine Cato wants to know, these are so cute. If we were not aware, are they still available? They are still available. And the small town charms will be available all throughout 2021. So right now you can still download January, February, March, and April and May. And then June will be revealed this coming Thursday, so a week from today. So that's great. Yeah. Okay, so this is our special. You know, I showed you how to hoop on the Totally Tubular Hooping Station. Each episode of Between Friends is brought to you by a product that we feature for the week. And this is the product that we're featuring, the Totally Tubular Hooping Station. And it comes with hoop mats so that you can, you know, hold that bottom frame or outer ring of a standard hoop still. And you can accommodate large hoops like an 8x8 or flip it over and use the smaller board on a 4x4 or 5x7.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
It's really great for hoop and tubular things, T-shirts, tote bags, you know, that kind of thing. And I just love it. I use it all the time. It was a great invention. Okay, next week I'm going to have another guest, and this time it's Deborah Jones, and we're going to talk about patches like the pros. You know, I know many of you get a top-of-the-line embroidery machine or a low-end or a mid-range, or it doesn't really matter, an embroidery machine that stitches. And somebody in your family, week 2 of your ownership, says, can you make me a patch? Right?
Yeah.
And it may not be the reason why you bought your embroidery machine, but you know what? Patches are pretty fun and they're fast and easy to make. And if you know how to do it right, you'll have great success. So that's what Deborah Jones is going to be with me next week. And of course, we're going to reveal the June Small Town Charm. So super fun, right?
And Tom just gave me the thumbs up on the code. The code should be working.
And I've gotten a couple comments here. Lois Nelson said, yay, the code works now. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, good. Good to hear. Good to know.
Yeah. But, you know, we really appreciate everybody's patience. You know, embroidery it's a small industry, and many of us are family, and lots of the businesses in embroidery are family, like Patricia and Tom Gates. So, you know, they're wearing a million hats. They're digitizing, they're drawing, they're driving, they're
accounting,
shipping. They're what?
Accounting.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Hopefully you get to do the accounting. But you know, so anyway, my hat is off to you, Patricia, and your husband for the beautiful business that you have built, the following that you have, you know, engaged with, that just continue to love your embroidery and continue to purchase from you. So it's been a lot of fun.
we want to thank you for the opportunity, because again, we're missing the crowds, we're missing
Yes.
the people, the one-to-one, and again, we're starting out in June. So check out our website, come out and say hey. Tell us you saw us on Eileen's Between Friends, and I can't tell you how much we appreciate this and enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I love to talk, and I haven't been able to talk to anybody, so.
Well, you put so much work into it, all your beautiful samples. So thank you for sharing that. And we're going to connect again in August when you're at that show here, here in Dallas, Texas. So that'll be fun.
Come by, do a Thursday live if you want to. We would be thrilled to participate with you on that.
That would be super fun. So we'll look forward to that. Okay. So thank you, Patricia, and everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.